without reading, you're not going to get anywhere. You have to read. If it's your first time writing Jamb, like beginners, this is the best, the most effective tip that you can ever get. If you don't have money to register for Jamb lesson, what you need to do is you will pass the exam. So make sure that you don't fear. Don't let fear stop you from passing this exam, because it's a big fan. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. I know the reason why you clicked on this video, and if you're going to get any value from this video, then make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, click like and share this video to all your friends that are writing Jamb this year. So as you can tell by the title, this video is going to give you all the best tips that you need to have in mind as you're writing this Jamb 2024. I made a video like this last year. You can go check it out. It's going to be in the description down below. And I know that I made it with the intention to help everybody that was going to write that year. And this year I want to do the same thing for you guys. Now, here are just tips that are going to help you to make the best results in your Jamb this year in 2024. Okay? As you guys know, this year the Jamb date has, I don't know if it's confirmed, but like what was on the internet was it's going to start like on the 19th of April 2024. That's like some months from now. So if you're watching this, know that you have time, and know that don't need to rush, you don't need to kill yourself for anything. Just if you're doing any Jamb lesson, just focus and make sure you get everything they're telling you, because those people, they won't lie. They will make sure you get the best and make sure you do what you need to do. So number one tip I have is always make sure you revise and always have the Jamb syllabus with you. I don't know if I can get the 2024 Jamb syllabus for you in the description box, but if check the description box, if I do, then you can be able to download it. But if I don't have, you can just go and browse it out. Honestly, it's on the internet. Everything's on the internet these days. Browse out the Jamb syllabus for 2024 and know where your reading is going to go to, because at this point now, this is like a general exam. This is not your school exam that you know what topic is, where they're going to bring out the topics, or what particular thing that is going to come out. You know, it keeps coming out each year. No, this is not it. What this is like a national exam. So everybody from whatever school, private, government, federal, anyone that you are, the Jamb syllabus will do for you is to help you direct your reading. It's going to help you know where you're headed when you're reading, because if at this point now, if you bring out your textbook, it's going to be so overwhelming. But if you have like all these past questions, they're also going to help you. But we'll get to that later on in the video. What I'm focusing on now is just Jamb syllabus. If you have the Jamb syllabus, you know the topics that are coming out this year, give or take. It's not always 100% accurate, but and everybody's questions are shuffled, so you might not get the same, you can't get all the topics in your own paper. It's just going to be scattered, so you never know. But the main thing is just for you to be broad, be able to like finish the syllabus at least before the time comes. Like I said, if you're watching this video now, that means you have time. You can actually read and cover up and get there. You get me? So yeah, make sure that you have the Jamb syllabus ready. Use that to read, and as you go, always revise, because if you don't revise it, this is like an exam, like it's a professional exam. It's like a professional exam. You have to know what you're reading. You're not reading it to pass, you're reading it to read. You're reading it to learn. I don't know if that makes any sense. So as you're reading, you have to be revising. If you read the topic, you revise. If you read the topic, you revise. If you feel like that topic is slipping, you go back and open it and revise. You don't need to reread it. Only if you see that the thing, you've forgotten everything, that's when you go back. But if you leave it for too long, even if you've read it, if you enter the exam hall, you might remember it, but you won't remember everything. It's just going to take the grace of God to help you remember what you read or what you opened at least. The second tip is reading. Like I just said now, you have to use your Jamb syllabus to read, and always revise as you read. You have to read, because you can't get anywhere if you don't read. You can't tell me you sit down in the exam hall and you magically know everything. It's not possible. Obviously, it's not possible. You have to read. You have to open book before you go and write that exam. That's you're writing by yourself. As long as you're writing by yourself, you have to read for your exams. You get me? Because you cannot tell me that you will pass without reading. Nobody has ever done that before. is just one in a million chances. That's it. I don't even think it ever happened. I don't even think it happened. So you have to read. Yeah, I saw a comment on my last video I did last year. The person said something about like they should focus more on past questions. Now I want to address that. First of all, when you're using past questions, I told you that past questions as your past questions, you focus on past questions when you're going, like when you're just like a week before your exam. Like a week before your exam is your revision week. So you cannot carry your textbook and start opening it to read. If that person had watched the video properly or watched the part 2 at least, they would have at least known what I was talking about. But anyhow, just a suggestion. The main thing is that textbooks are broad. Textbooks are for in-depth studying. But when you're so close to your Jamb dates, it's just mainly for revision. Whatever you are reading, anything you're reading that is like a new topic that you're diving deep into, it is just going to be skimming and scamming. So that's why guys need to read, because without reading you're not going to get anywhere. You have to read. It's a must. It's compulsory. You're writing an exam, you must read. And for the fact that you have time to read before that time, to prepare before that time, you have to read. So reading is a must. I know that everybody I've told you, every video you have watched have told you need to read. Another point I also thought of now is that there are some topics that you might find very, very hard to understand. So you need to utilize the help of like online video tutors. I don't mean you need to go and break the bank to go and like start registering. If you don't have money to register for Jamb lesson, what you need to do is you need to just go online on YouTube, search for that topic, and you see people that can actually teach the topic and to actually help you. This also comes in line with your reading. This will help you with your reading, because whatever you hear and whatever you see with your eyes, you remember better. Like, have you noticed a time, like let's just say you saw somebody in passing, or maybe there was a fight somewhere, or you saw two people fighting or two people arguing, and that thing left a mark in your head. Whenever you see that person passing, you remember that event. So it's also the same thing as like visual learners. The thing sticks better. So actually I advise you that as you're reading and you've encountered any topic that is new or you don't know, go online on YouTube and search for the topic, and definitely you're going to find two out of three, you're going to find the video or the topic or something related to that will make the topic you're reading easier. So this is a helpful bonus tip in order for you to read to get the maximum results for your Jamb, because this reading, you cannot underestimate reading. Even when your parents say to read, you read. Please read. Now also, like I said before, make use of practice tests. Practice tests are going to help you a lot. There are a lot of CBT apps like online on Play Store. I don't know, I might share my phone screen here, show you guys the kind of multiple CBT apps that they are on Play Store or Apple Store, whichever phone type you're using. So it's so easy to like get the apps. Like it's so easy. You can download. Sometimes you might actually pay a little to like open the premium thing, but you can also actually use the free. The main thing is just for you to get into that headspace, like especially with your first time writing Jamb, and that is to use like CBT apps online. You can get the book version, like you can get the book version, get that book that has like Jamb syllabus, not like Jamb syllabus, like past questions, Jamb past questions from this year to this year. You can get that. That's quite alright. They update it like yearly. But everybody has phones now. Like everybody, this is a digital age. Almost everybody has phones, and 9 out of 10, most of you guys that are watching this video have phones. So you can download the CBT app or any of the apps you're seeing here, and it can help you to like get into that space, know what it feels like to write Jamb. The timer is there, the questions are there, like shuffling, all this kind of stuff, and it will actually help you to take away that fear, that initial fear you are having about Jamb. Please don't be afraid. I'm just telling you, don't be afraid. This is going to be the least exam you're going to ever write in your life. I'm telling you, when I was writing my own, like I thought that was like it for me. Like that was like the baba exam I'm ever going to write in my life. When you enter university, you will see that you also have year 1 exams. That's like school exams. You're going to have professional exams. You're going to write professional exams. You're going to keep writing exams. So this fear that you have that this it's just in your mind. It's just that everybody have hyped it, everybody have put it in a way that if you don't pass this Jamb, you will suffer, you will not enter university, your life will be useless, all these kind of things that you're hearing here and there. Even parents too can contribute to the fright, to the fear, but they mean well for you. But at the same time, you also need to just take the advice and also know that the more pressure you put on yourself, the more it's going to be harder for you to concentrate or like focus on what you need to get on, because you're just going to focus on the fear, and whatever work you're going to do is just be useless. Not like it will be useless, but you keep having that fear that you might fail, but don't be afraid. Read and be confident. Like if you're like, I'm telling you that there's a way you'll be so calm when you enter exam hall, especially if you know you have done the work, that even if the question you see is looking like Chinese, you can, figure it out, you can answer the questions. And definitely whoever reads and hands it over to God, I'm telling you that there is nothing, you will pass the exam. So make sure that you don't fear. Don't let fear stop you from passing this exam, because it's a big factor. Like, don't make this exam so humongous that you cannot pass it. You can. It's the least. I'm telling you now. Like, I'm telling you, as someone that have written it, as someone that have been seeing people around me writing it, I'm telling you, like, this is the least exam that you're going to write. Mark my words. This is the least exam that you're going to write. There will be more. There will be tougher ones. So don't put it as like, this is the biggest exam of my life, this is that. I'm telling you. Yeah, this is something that everybody needs to know. Like, you have to jot down when you're reading. It's also another helpful reading tip, because as you're writing, as you're physically putting it on paper, you're actually sealing it in your head. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, when you're jotting as you're reading, I don't think there's anybody that reads that it's just skimming and scamming that ever remembers everything, like important thing. It's the only thing you remember is the thing that caught your attention. That's just the only thing. And that kind of reading is not for when you're studying for a big exam or a major exam like this, at least for your level. It's not for someone that's studying for a big exam or a major exam for your level. So what you need to do is jot as you go. Don't jot everything you're reading, just like jot the key points. So you know that whenever you look at that word, whenever you look at that simple sentence, you remember everything that you read. So that was like active recall. You can go back, reread the stuff, revise. Like, these are all under tips on how to read for Jamb. That is the only thing I can tell you. That's what I can tell you. But the main thing is you have to read. I will keep emphasizing you have to read. All those are saying textbooks or not textbooks, past questions or not past questions, all the videos, all the tips, all the hacks. If you don't read, if you don't apply any of them, you can't get anywhere. The next tip I have is when you're in the hall. I've actually said this in another video, but I realized there are some things that change. When you're in the hall, just start with something that is straightforward, like the questions that you know that you can answer at a glance. Start with those ones and skip and just be going. Like, you can go back to it when you have time, because you have to be working with time. In the hall, you're working with time. So obviously you don't have time to crack your brain at the beginning, because if you focus on just one big major problem, so what happens to the other like 30 something questions that are coming behind it? So first of all, you go through everything in one like fast swoop, like not that you not focus, but like do all the straightforward questions first, then you now come back and start like doing them. You can also do it the same way, like straightforward questions first, easier questions second, another like something until you get to the major hard ones. Maybe probably to be like 6 or 7, and those are the ones that you know that if you have enough time you can be able to calm down and answer them. So that's what you need to know when you're in the hall. Also pray during the exams, pray when you're about to start, pray when you're reading for the exam. Like, commit everything you want to do, commit the score, write down the score you want. I'm telling you seriously, manifesting is real. Like, write down the score you want to have, even though you don't get there. Like, even though you don't get that score, at least you're going to at least get close to it. Because I know that I've heard this thing where they say shoot for the stars, shoot for the moon. Yes, shoot for the moon. Even if you don't get there, you land among the stars, something like that. That's like what this thing is. Like, just write down the score boldly, write it down, declare it in the name of Jesus that you will get it, and then put in the work, the efforts that you need. Like, you know, if you want to get 300, work like someone that is going to get that 300. Do you get me? So put in that effort, put in it. Don't just say and leave it. Put it aside. Just keep looking at it anytime you want to start reading. At least it will pump you up, get you motivated, because you have a goal. You know what you want to get. You know the score you want to get. And definitely, if you apply all these tips, I'm telling you that you're going to be getting like whatever scores that you want to use. So yeah, guys, these are the tips I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you gain as much value as you can from this video. I hope that as you implement these tips, that everything is going to help you. Everything is going to help you. If you're experiencing any difficulty, please leave it down below in the comment section so I can address or answer as much as I can. So yeah, guys, these are the tips I have for you guys. If you have any questions that I didn't address in this video, please leave them in the comment section down below. And if you're encountering any problem, you can ask me in the comment section down below, and I'll be so happy to help you guys. And I wish you the best of luck and God's grace in your exams as you write this Jamb. And yeah, I love you guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and so you can see more updates from me. Obviously, this is a new year, new content, new things are coming. New things are coming, so you guys should, if you gain any value from this video, if you enjoyed this video, if it was interesting enough, if it spoke directly to you, yes, you, I'm talking to you, please subscribe down below, click the bell icon to get notified anytime I post a new video. And definitely I'm going to be making a post-screening video next after this, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. You all will pass in Jesus' name.